Hey, what's going on, everybody? Very happy to be back today. In case you don't know me, my name is Joe. I have a bodybuilding channel and a jewelry channel. In case you guys are interested in either of those subjects, feel free to check them out and support the channel. Today we're going to be actually talking about Crocs. Now, I came out with a video not long ago that actually did a lot better than I expected. I'm so grateful that video was able to help you. That video was comparing the Crocs Off-Road with the Crocs All-Terrain. Now, while they may not look too different on the outside, they are absolutely 100% different. Let me tell you, I have a couple of videos documenting that. If you want, check those out in case you're interested in either of those Crocs. But today we're actually going to be talking about the Crocs Work Edition, all right? I don't know if you guys knew this existed, but I never knew about Crocs up until a very short time ago when I first made my very first Croc video. Now, I was blown away by their comfortability. I mean, they are so versatile. They are so comfortable. You can wash them at the end of the day. Man, I have plantar fasciitis. I've mentioned it in past videos. So that means my feet hurt all the time for no reason, but not with Crocs. So I said to myself, I need to get into a work Croc. I need to get a dressy Croc. I went on Amazon. I typed in dressy Croc or, work Croc or dress shoe Croc, something along those lines. And so what popped up? The first thing that popped up was something called Crocs at Work or Crocs on the Clock. Depending on which website you end up landing on, it'll say Crocs at Work or Crocs on the Clock. They are the same exact thing. So I'm going to discuss the Crocs on the Clock today. I'm going to compare those to the Crocs on the Clock LiteRide. So when I typed in dress Croc, I had a couple of different options pop up. The first one was Crocs on the Clock. Now you can see here, they look like a regular pair of Crocs, except there are no holes in the side. Okay, check that out. No holes in the side of them except for here in the middle. Now that goes for both of the pair of Crocs that we're going to look at today. They both have air holes on the side, and yeah, that makes sense because these, if they didn't have air holes, they would probably make your feet sweat because of the type of material that these are made of. Let me tell you, these things are comfortable, but if you take out the soles, yes, you can take out the soles. If you take out the sole of the Crocs at Work or Crocs on the Clock, whatever you want to call it, they are not comfortable at all. Now, with the original Crocs that I originally ever tried on, with the Crocs All-Terrain or the Crocs Off-Road, they had built-in soles, meaning the rubber, the thick rubber on the bottom of the shoe, that is what is cushioning your feet. And man, does that cushioning make a difference. With these, however, these have zero cushioning. So when you put these on without the sole, they feel like you're walking on pavement. So keep that in mind. You will have to buy soles for these. Is that a problem? Absolutely not. They have a million soles out there. Now, when I first put these on, I wasn't blown away at all. I was blown away by the look on the outside because check this out. Look at the finish on this. I'm not saying that this is, anything that's going to blow any clients away or anything like that. But if you're walking into work and you want straight up comfort, dress shoes, well, you probably know dress shoes, they're not the most comfortable. A while back, because of my plantar fasciitis, I bought a pair of dress shoes called Wolf and Shepherd. Not sure if you guys are familiar, but they are supposed to be like the most comfortable dress shoe in the world. They're supposed to be really highly ranked for their engineering and their comfortability. And they cost me a lot of money. And I regret ever having bought them because they were not comfortable at all. They hurt my feet. I don't know if that's just me. Let me know if you guys are familiar. But if you're going to work and you just want straight up comfort, you can get away with these, okay? Depending on what you're wearing, they have a nice gloss to them. Do a good job considering they're a Croc, okay? You can't expect much from Crocs as far as look goes because it's a very specific look. But they have a nice gloss to them. They're not overly shiny. They're not underly shiny. And they look more dressy. So you can get away with wearing these at work, in my opinion. You can get away. I put a suit on with these. They were just fine. I mean, they're not the greatest style. But if you want comfortable, these up the game of Crocs when it comes to look, okay? You can get away wearing these with a suit. I don't want people to notice. I don't want people to be like, wow, you have amazing shoes. I want their eyes to just go past the shoe. I think these will do that, okay? So we'll find out in the future, but at the end of the day, that is what I got. Now, remember, the sole that I mentioned, black on the inside, it says on the sole, Crocs Dual Comfort, okay? You'll notice that on Amazon. That's how you can really differentiate these between the Crocs LiteRide. The Crocs LiteRide have a big, bright orange sole. Check that out. They are super comfortable, let me tell you. I put these things on my feet and I was blown away. But again, if you take out the sole, they are not comfortable at all. They feel like you are walking on pavement. There is zero support in here as far as, for comfortability. Nothing. You would never want to wear these without a sole. So again, you are forced to buy a sole. These soles, although they feel extremely comfortable, these are some of the best soles I've ever put on my feet. They're a foam sole. They have these nice little rounded bumps. They really massage the bottom of your feet, and they make you not want to take these off. This sole will not last forever, unfortunately. And as far as I can tell, you can't purchase these LiteRide soles separately, because I fell in love with these soles. So I said to myself, you know what? I want to buy some extra in case I keep this shoe. These soles aren't going to last. Doesn't seem like you can do that. Now, there's a huge difference between the Crocs LiteRide that I purchased in black. Both of the shoes, both the other Crocs that I just showed you, they're in black. These are in black, but there's a huge difference. The black, as far as Crocs LiteRide go, are actually more of a gray. Okay, and they have a much more muted black. They're more of a dark gray, and as you can see here, the shine is not as deep because of the color. So if you just walked into a room and you were wearing these, the Crocs LiteRide in black, they are actually kind of gray, but people won't really notice. But when you compare these to these, as you can see, huge difference. These are the On The Clock and these are the LiteRide. So I like the deeper black for me. Okay, and they're, as you can see, because of the deeper black color, they're more shiny. The texture, the grain on them is relatively similar. It could be the same exact thing, but the color actually might make it look different. As far as look goes, I love the, wrong one. As far as look goes, I love the On The Clock. I do not like the look of the LiteRide because of the color. If it was a deep black like this, I would love it. But I love the soles of the LiteRide because, man, these soles are incredible. They make you feel like you're wearing the Croc All-Terrain. As I mentioned in my other video, that thing is so comfortable. It's like wearing a shoe slipper. It's like you're walking on clouds. So that's how these LiteRides make your soles make your feet feel. If I had these soles in this look, I'd be very happy, but unfortunately I don't. So I wanted to make this video to show you guys the difference, because you might come across this and be like, well, I don't know what the difference is. Huge difference between the On The Clock and the On The Clock LiteRide, all right? They're both similarly named, but keep in mind the LiteRide has the orange and the regular On The Clock has the black. The regular On The Clock sole, while not terrible, it's not the most comfortable. I did have a slight amount of foot pain. Now, because I'm an honest person, I am not going to go ahead and switch out the soles and return these to Amazon. I'm not going to do that. You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and purchase a separate pair of soles on Amazon. Now, these two shoes, keep in mind, they're about $15 difference. I think these were about $30, and I think these were about $45. And, you know, that might be because of the upgraded sole. If you end up purchasing these because of the look like I'm going to do, it's probably going to cost about $10 to get another sole that you can replace it with. I guarantee you whatever sole you buy will not feel as good as the LiteRide sole. It will not. But if you're going to be honest about it, that's just what you have to do. And you have to hope you find a sole that works for you and that'll be able to get you by, all right? Now, one more thing I want to mention that I just noticed now is if you take a look at the air holes on the Crocs LiteRide, you can kind of see the air holes are a little bit tight. I don't know if you can tell, but if you compare those air holes, I'm glad I noticed this. Not like it's going to make a huge difference, but I'm glad I noticed if you compare the air holes to the Crocs over here, the regular On The Clock, they're actually much different looking. All right, so probably doesn't matter, but I figured I'd mention it anyway. Hope that this video was able to help you guys make a decision as far as Crocs. I was a huge Croc hater before I actually wore a pair, and then once I wore a pair, I realized I'm never going to go back. As long as Crocs exist, I won't have to be buying hundreds and hundreds of dollars of comfortable footwear that I've been buying my whole life because of the problems that I have. As long as I have Crocs, it seems like I will be okay. So in my recommendation, guys, check out my other video as far as off-road Crocs and all-terrain Crocs to give you guys a great idea of what the difference is between that. Let me tell you, like I mentioned in a previous video, I wore my all-terrains in Mexico for over a month straight, morning till night. Get to know my experience in that video. Talk soon, be safe. Catch you all at the next one.